All of you successful people like to call yourself self-made. I mean, obviously you have made it to your dream school, or you have made it to college, you have got those marks, you have built your app, you have started your own company or your YouTube channel or whatever, and you have done all that by yourself, right? Yeah, no, you are fake, and so is everybody else, and today I am going to prove it to you. Look, that sounds harsh, but hear me out till the end of the video. You're gonna have a completely different perspective of your skills, your career, your experiences, and you are going to appreciate this whole game of life even more. Also, if you're new here, hey guys, I'm Anudeep and I work as a software engineer by the day. And on this YouTube channel, I make content on tech, entrepreneurship, and self-improvement. So if any of those things sound interesting, please consider subscribing. It always means a lot. Enough of the plug. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with something that we have all heard before. I am self-made, especially in tech and engineering and knowledge work, right? You see software developers building their own app from scratch. You can, every day you hear entrepreneurs posting about bootstrapping their way to success. If you open up LinkedIn, everybody is boasting about how they made it on their own. And look, I actually get it. It feels nice to be the hero of your story. And don't get me wrong, you are the hero of your story. But let me ask you a simple question. Most of you watching this video are developers, so I want to ask you all, did you invent the programming language that you are coding in? Did you even create the operating system like Windows or Mac OS or whatever? Heck, you even need a computer to run an OS like that. Did you build that computer? Did you invent the internet that enables the app that you build to reach thousands of people? Nothing. You did none of those things. The truth is, nobody, and I mean nobody, is actually self-made. We are all standing on this massive tower of human achievement and we are just adding brick by brick. But our egos are so fragile that we need to convince ourselves that we built the whole goddamn tower ourselves. Alright, let's get specific because I know what you guys are thinking. Hey, at least I wrote my own code, So let me just throw out a thought experiment. Alright, so you use React, right? You build that whole component by yourselves. But let me walk you through what is actually happening here. React, as we all know, is a framework in JavaScript. So React is sort of a wrapper of JavaScript, but JavaScript itself runs on engines like V8, and V8 engines are written in C++. So in theory, you are actually writing C++ code, but you are writing it in a way that it feels more natural and intuitive and you don't have to do the grunt work yourself. But the story doesn't stop here. Even C++ has to be compiled down to assembly language, and assembly language compiles down to machine code. I can actually go on and on about this. Every single layer in this tower that I mentioned was built by somebody else that came before you. So basically, you are not building anything. You're just rearranging pieces that were built by so many other people that came before you. And you're calling yourself a real programmer or a real engineer? Do you see how ridiculous it gets? And believe me, all of this is not to make you feel bad. It is to show you how incredible this world is that we live in. It is one of the best times to be alive. You see, all these abstractions exist so that you don't have to do that grunt hard work and you can focus on the fun, creative stuff. So basically, you are not fake because you're using React and not assembly. Instead, you are smart because you are building on top of thousands of years of human innovation, and that is actually one of the core principles of engineering. If you have taken a basic course called CS50 in Harvard University, at the start of that course, the instructor tells that one of the best practices you can inculcate is to not reinvent the wheel yourself, but to stand on shoulders of the giants that came before you. But this is not only relevant to us developers. Every knowledge worker is doing the same thing, doing the same fake things. Lawyers can think of themselves as, these hotshot people who solve cases. But even they rely on softwares and tools and databases of cases and case studies and history of people and things which has been developed by so many people that have come before them. If these tools did not exist, they would be spending months in a library just working on a single case. Same is the case with doctors. They are using diagnostic software, even machines, for example, an MRI machine that is built by so many awesome engineers and physicists, and even the research that has been done by so many scientists that came before them to identify the cure for a particular illness or disease. And this even spans to professions like a marketer, who successfully hits all marketing targets, wherein the main tool that he used was Google Analytics, which was built by so many amazing people at Google, right? So, as I said, every single knowledge worker is doing the exact same thing. We are taking in tools built by so many other awesome people that came before us, and we are solving novel, impressive problems to make this world a better place. There is absolutely no shame in that. This is literally how the world works. This is literally how we as humans progress forward. The sad part is, even after knowing all this, we have sort of convinced ourselves that we are different, that we are special, and the things that we are working on are the real things, and the people who will build on top of our things will just build wrappers around us. We act like the internet, computers, algorithms, mathematics, all of these things just popped up and we are using it, and everybody else will just be using our work. So our work is really important. The reality though is actually very beautiful. Every problem that you solve, every line of code that you write, every app that you build, you are a part of this incredible chain of human achievement that spans back centuries. From the people who invented writing itself, to the mathematicians who invented the algorithm that you're using, to the person who was writing Linux OS, to the person who invented C++ language, to you yourself. Hell, even the chair that you are sitting on, it was designed by somebody else, manufactured by some other person, and then shipped by a whole different company. Finally, what exactly do we do with this knowledge? How can we think of our work differently? I want to say that developers who think that their stack is superior and what technologies that they're working on are superior and what they're working on is hardcore engineering, and everything else that comes after this is just a wrapper around the thing that they are building. To you I say, it is all elitism based on misunderstanding of how this game works. I mean, there's no need for back-end engineers to look down on front-end engineers, or for system engineers to just say, hey, web developers are just fake or something. The truth is, every layer enables the layer above it. The person writing assembly is handling all the complexity so that you can write JavaScript. The person who built React is handling DOM manipulations so that you can focus on the user experience. And this is something that I've been talking about in all of my videos. When AI starts taking over some of the layers, and believe me, it will, Cloud code is coming for you guys. There will always be layer above it. Your job isn't to defend your current layer like some kind of gatekeeper or something. Your job is to learn new things, climb higher, and focus on the fun, creative stuff that brings more value rather than doing the grunt hard work that can be automated by machines, in this case AI, and put all your magic in doing the stuff that only humans can do. This is where the real value is. This is what this video is all about, and that is how you'll make all the difference. So next time when somebody calls themselves self-made, please share that video with them. Also, if somebody needs a humility check, share this video with them. If this video shifted your perspective a bit, please hit like and subscribe. As always, it means a lot. And please leave your comments down below on what your particular tech stack is, what your views on this topic is. I always read all of your comments, I reply to some, and I will see you in the next one. Keep building and peace.